Alright, so I wanted to dust off my Stardust Assault Mode deck. I updated it to today's standards with the ban list. And keep in mind, I made Stardust Assault Mode back when Stardust and Synchros first came out. When it first came out, the set following were added assault modes. And Stardust effect, anything that destroys, you can send to the graveyard, negate, he comes back. His assault mode is different. They activate anything, effect, monster, or trap. Send him to the graveyard, negate it, destroy it. On the end phase, he comes back. And this was back when the most decks did was special summon 3, maybe 4 monsters at a time, and that's it. There was no exceeds, there was no synchros. There was synchros, there was no exceeds, there were no pendulum, there was no links. So there wasn't OD breaking the board. It was just basic synchroing when it first came out. So when I played this deck, it just negated everything and destroyed, and there was no stopping it if I had the right card. So after a while, you don't want to play with a deck if you're just destroying people left and right. I did take it to regionals, and I went undefeated the first 3 rounds, and then my friends lost, so they wanted to leave, so I just went with them. I wasn't going to stay by myself. It was just to me, just to go for have fun. But let's get into it so I can show you some combos. I don't want to make this that long. Basically, you run 3 Stardust Assault Mode, as I said. They activate monster effects, traps, magics. You can send to the graveyard and destroyed. The only thing this doesn't stop is counter traps. This cannot go over a counter trap. You run 3 Assault Beasts. Send this card to the graveyard. You can search out Assault Mode right to your hand. Then, of course, you set it. Then I played Gigantus. This whole deck is level 4s to make 8s. So you will send Assault Beast to the graveyard, which you can bring out easily to your hand. Send it to the graveyard, bring out Assault Mode to your hand. Then Gigantus' effect is it cannot be normal summoned. To special summon, you have to remove an Earth monster. So you will be removing from play Assault Beast to special summon him. His other effect is if he's destroyed by battle, it destroys all magic and trap cards. So he goes perfect with this deck. You'll see the synchronization soon when I do the combos. And we run 3 Summoner's Monk. Summon it, goes to defense mode, chuck a magic, and brings out level 4. His counterpart would be Miss Valley Soldier. Everybody has a tag team partner in this deck. Level 4 tuner, you go into an instant 8. Now, if they come out with a Cyberus monster that's a tuner, level 4, that will be replacing this, and I'll show you in the combo why. Three Flameveil Dogs. Attack, destroy a monster. He brings out a fire with 200 defense or less. So his tag team partner will be Flameveil Magician. And think about the time period too, so I don't want to hear nothing about excuses and everything else. Also a tuner, so let's say they have 1 monster in defense mode, you would attack, destroy, search deck, bring him out in attack mode, attack him for 14, go into main phase 2, Synchro for Stardust. And for the magic, you have 3 Fire Formation Tenkies, basically summoning, searching out Assault Beast. Also powers him up by 100. 2 Assault Mode Teleports. I kept the deck at 40. If you have an Assault monster in your hand, it's dead. Play it, put it back, draw 2, and you can chain. The cost of this is putting Assault Mode back into your deck. If you already have starters on the field and Assault Mode set, you can play this. The cost is to send it back, activate Assault Mode, activate, tribute the starters, bring out Assault Mode, then draw your 2. So that way you're not shuffling and then drawing the 2. You can look up the rulings yourself. 1 Rekindling because it's at 1, but basically with the Fire Dog and his counterpart going to Stardust, You can play it, bring them both back, go into another Stardust. If not, at the end phase, they will get removed from play. But this is just to put more board on the field. And at the time, I had it at 3 because it wasn't banned or limited. Basic staple, Monster Reborn, Scapegoat. This is what you're going to be linking off of. You can link off for the other one, but you're going to bring Assault Mode to the field, and going off from that, there's nothing else you could do from that. I mean, you should have game if you lock the game by then. And you have your 3 basic Assault Modes. Tribute a Synchro that has an Assault Mode counterpart, bring it to the field. It has to be in your deck. You cannot bring it from your hand. 3 Assault counters. Basically, the counter trap to start this Assault Mode. They activate magic, traps, or effects. Negate, it's counter trap. They can't do nothing unless they have their own counter track to counter this one. So have Assault Mode on the field. You set these, basically using his effect without him going to the graveyard. You have 2 Starlight Road, which is the combination you'll be using with Gigantus. You will have at least two to 3 back rows, so you can special summon him and so forth. If 2 or more of your monsters are destroyed, 2 or more of your magic or trap cards will be destroyed, or anything, I believe. Activate only when the effect that would destroy 2 or more cards you control. Negate the effect and destroy that card. Then you can special summon 1 Stardust Dragon. Now you can Assault Mode that Stardust Dragon, but it's not properly summoned, so you won't be able to bring it back. And then to finish off the deck, 3 Call of the Hauntings. Basically, your target would be bringing back Stardust Assault Mode. Stardust Dragon to Assault Mode him. Then I run 3 Stardust Dragons, trying to get a Ghost Rare. Anything that would destroy, you can send them to the graveyard and bring back. And at the time, there was a lot of things that destroyed, but nothing that removed. Maybe like 1 or 2 cards. But this is the main purpose of this whole deck. Just staple monsters, Red Dragon Archfiend. Destroying a monster in defense mode. If they have a whole bunch of defense monsters, you can attack with him. Destroy all of them with his effect. And if any of your other monsters didn't attack, they would be destroyed. Crimson Blader. Destroy an opponent monsters. They can't special summon 5 or higher. So this will be good to like stop Blue Eyes or anything that requires them to special summon high level monsters. Colossal Fighter. It gets a bonus of 100 for each warrior monster in graveyard. But if it's destroyed by battle, you can search a warrior, including himself, and just keep bringing him back. So basically, ultimate defense, unless the ruling changed. Thought Ruler, level 8, destroys an opponent monsters by battle. You'll gain their attack to your life points. And during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, that targets exactly 1 psychic type monster, let's say him, and no other card, you can pay 1,000 life points to negate that and destroy it. He has a built-in protection for himself. Scrap Dragon, you can target one of your monsters, any of your cards, one of theirs, and just pop it. And that's it for the Synchros. Then I'm still thinking about what else, maybe, but for the Exceeds, number 101, Silent Honor Arc. 2 level 4s, you're gonna detach, take one of their special summon monsters, and if he would be destroyed by battle, you can detach 1 monster and he won't be destroyed. Dark Rebellious Dragon, if they have something really powerful you can't get over with, you will bring him out. You can detach both attachments. He will cut the opponent monster attack in half, and then the difference he would gain. So you guarantee to go over them by at least 25. Then for the links, I run 2 link Karibos. Just in case for the future, Cyber WizKid, which if they ever come out with a Cyberus level 4 tuner, this will be perfect. You'll see why. Summon Sorceress, any card it points to, on your side or their side. If you have that type, you can bring it from your deck to the field. I'll show you everything how it works. And then Bomber Dragon. Any monster, if anything special summon to one of its pointers, it destroys all cards in the main deck, in the main zone. So let me show you some combos. I'll use this because of the link format. The basic combo you would need, which was normally my opening hand. If this was your opening hand, you are guaranteed having 2 Stardust Assault Modes in one turn. As soon as you end your turn, it ends your opponent's turn. You would summon this monk, it will go to defense. You'll be chucking a magic for his effect to bring out his counterpart. You'll send Assault Mode to the graveyard, Assault Beast, to summon, to bring to your hand. You'll activate Fire Formation to bring another one. Same thing, send it to the graveyard. It's not a once per turn set. As you can see where we're going, you will then set all 3. Then you got your 4s and your tuner. You will Synchro for Stardust Dragon. The way the new link system works, you end your turn. Their turn, as soon as they draw, you would Assault Mode activate. Bring out your first. It's from your deck, so it could go into the main zone. Then you would activate Hall of the Haunting. Since it's coming back from your graveyard, you can place it anywhere now. And then basically, you would chain for another Stardust Assault Mode. And you have 2 Stardust Assault Mode. And at the time, there was nothing really. So, opening hand, if I summon this, they would just scoop. They would not want to play no more. There's nothing really they can do. Send to negate. If they do another thing, send to negate. And in turn, they're both coming back. Blue Eyes with a broken effect. Another simple combo would be Starlight Road, Fire Formation Tenki, and Gigantus. This is a 3-card combo where you will play Fire Formation to bring Assault Beast to your hand, send it to the graveyard for its effect. Then you will set both cards. You will remove from play to special summon Gigantus, let's say in defense mode because you want him to be destroyed. You're basically using him for a second effect. There's a plus to the field for field presence. And then you're using his secondary effect where if he's destroyed by battle, you destroy all magic and trap cards. So they would attack him, destroy. His effect, it will destroy 3 of your cards, but you're going to activate on your own card Starlight Road. If 2 or more of your cards will be destroyed, you can negate it, destroy him. I mean, he's already in the graveyard anyways, but negate and destroy, the card says. And then bring out a Stardust Dragon. That's coming from your extra deck, so it has to go there. Now, it's not properly summoned, so you cannot bring him back. But, basically, the other 2 cards did what they were supposed to. You can Assault Mode activate him. to bring out Stardust Assault Mode, and you have one on the field from just a 3-card combo. Now, for Scapegoat, just this by itself, you set end turn, and whether you have hopefully something to defend you, and you survive on their end turn, activate Scapegoat. You got 4 tokens. Defense mode, beast types. I need to get token cards. And off of this alone, you will send one to the grave. Well, it's a token, so it just leaves the game. To bring out Linkuriboh, you'll send out another one for its second Linkuriboh. Now you have 2 Link 1s. And this is why I said I wish I had a tuner, Cyberus, level 4. You will send these to the graveyard because they're the same typing to bring out Cyberus Wicked. Now his effect is, if the Link summon cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect, Cyberus monsters that this card points to cannot be destroyed by card effect. If a monster is special summoned to the zone this card points to, while you control this monster, except during damage step, you can banish one Cyberus monster in your graveyard, add one Cyberus tuner from your deck to your hand. Like, I'm going to show the combo as if they did have a level 4 Cyberus tuner. So basically, you'll send a token away to bring back Linkuriboh from your grave. It activates the secondary effect. You will be removing from play the other Linkuriboh, summoning out the level 4 tuner. Let's say this is it. You bring out the Cyberus tuner to your hand. Then you will go into Witch, because Witch is a level 4, a level 3. 2 monsters with the same types except tokens, and both Cyberus monsters are dark types. So you will bring her out. Then her effect, you can target the tokens, which is a beast, and with this deck, you will have a beast type, so it would come in defense mode. Then, since you summoned a level 4 tuner Cyberus monster, if they ever come out with it, you would be bringing it to the field and going into Stardust Dragon off of tokens. That's just off of 4 scapegoats. And then to continue this combo is if you had Assault Mode along with, or any cards that just help bring him out. But basically, you're gonna, let's say you have Assault Mode come to your hand off of Fire Formation to send him to the graveyard or whatever. He normally is always in your hand. You will set, and then you would go into Bomber Dragon. Its effect is if anything special summoned into a zone it points to, destroy all cards in the main zone. So let's say they're just going off, but they're not. They're trying their best. Like say they put 4 monsters on the field, and nothing where it points to. Off of you alone, you can play Assault Mode activate as long as it, let's say it doesn't get negated or anything. You will be bringing out Stardust Assault Mode into the zone it points to, triggering his effect. Now, if they have something that negates his effect, you have Assault Mode on the field. You can send to the graveyard, negate that card's effect, destroy it. His effect resolves, wipes the field for the field clean. On end turn, bring him back in a zone that he's not pointing to. Then it's your turn, and you have 2 3,000 attack monsters on the field. Now, when you originally special summon him, if they don't have nothing, and they're going to let it go through and let it ride, His effect, destroy everything. He's destroyed. His other effect, when he's destroyed, you can special summon a Stardust Dragon that was successfully special summoned from the graveyard into a field. So either way, you're going to have one, and you can just set, if you have another assault mode, you can just keep doing that loophole. But that's basically it for combos. And as for side decks, just for fun, like, you really don't need a side deck for this deck, but I got another Starlight Road to make it 3. I mean, why not have a full Stardust Assault Mode deck, or a Stardust Dragon deck point blank? Shooting Star. If a Stardust monster is on the field, target one card and destroy it. So basically, the set pop. I will never play this, but Stardust Respark. If they attack you with if they special summon a monster and it's about to take, it's more than your life points, you can negate it, draw a card, and bring back a Stardust Dragon from either your extra deck or your graveyard. But that should never be the case. Then I do want to get more King's Consonance. If your opponent's going to attack you directly, you would negate the attack, remove 2 level 4 tuners from the graveyard, and bring out another Stardust Dragon and go from there. I was thinking about using this instead of Call of the Haunting, but I'd rather draw it away. Like, let's say the scenario is you already had Assault Mode on the field, it goes to the graveyard, you're wide open, they attack you with at least one monster, activate it, negate their attack, remove the 2 tuners that originally made the Stardust from play, bring back another Stardust. Golden Sark, remove a card from play, 2 turns after that it comes to your hand. Assault Mercenary, 1 for 1. This is basically in here for the new support coming out in May, along with Emergency Teleport. But that's basically the whole deck. That's my updated Stardust Assault Mode deck. Let me know what you feel and think about it. Is it good for the new meta? It can still go off. Mine's is unique. Level 4s. I've never seen level 4s online, and I looked. But drop that like. It'll be appreciated. Enjoy.